So, pirates! Girl pirates, ooh, female pirate, waifu squad, crew of waifus and nakamas. No, but anyway, hello everyone, Myrmonden here. It's time to watch Fena. Fena. It's kind of funny, so Fena means fin, right, in Swedish, so I guess like maybe it's a reference to that, like some kind of, you know, fin, like a dolphin fin, right, yeah. Fish fin, I mean, because they're in the sea, right. But anyway, so this is a new pirate anime, so obviously I went in with some more One Piece stuff here and put on my Doflamingo shirt again. So I brought one of my, of course, Vivi. I have a lot of Vivi, right? Vivi's like my original best girl in One Piece. I have a lot of Vivi figures. This is, of course, wedding dress Vivi. I think it looks very similar to this Fena, so I think it's fitting. Of course, it looks very pale in comparison in size to Redyu, but I have a couple of other, basically roughly the same size Vivis. Gotta buy a bigger Vivis, yeah, bigger Oppais. I think it's kind of funny though, this character here, right? One of the pirate girls, she has this almost the exact same pose as Redyu. So let's throw it in here. Yeah. Let's throw her in here. It's kind of cute. But yeah, of course, look at this wedding dress. Yeah, I mean, I'm prepared, right, for some kind of, you know, for some kind of pirate princess. Definitely, gotta warm up, right? That being said, this is a Crunchyroll original. You're like, holy shit, man, they are so bad, most of them. I mean, holy shit. You've seen X-Arm? X-Arm though, similar to like Tokyo Revenge and so on, for me though, it's enjoyable because it's so bad though. Yeah, X-Arm is in X-Arm instead, of course, it's like the worst CDI ever. I was thinking of doing a video about that back in the days, from like a CDI, you know, engineering standpoint, more talking about this is horrible, and but I was like, oh, whatever. I was like, it's just so bad. I was like, oh, whatever, everyone understands it. But so basically, X-Arm Brothers, you know, Crunchyroll original, right? In the opening, I love the opening because they have this. Every character has like a 3D model, right? Like a CDI model, you know, in some kind of Maya or something, right? Or ZBrush or whatever. And then the only thing they're doing in the opening, so they're actually animating the character movement. They just take this model, right, and they spin it around. This is the literal opening. It's just them spinning like the figure. Like it's so bad. It's just Christ, it's so bad. It's just like, yeah, it's the model, not even animating the limbs or whatever. So the thing is that if you ever work in like a 3D software, right, where you create figures, you have to attach these different limbs, like a skeleton, and then to animate it. That's how you do it. Right? First, someone like a 3D artist makes the figure like a Vivi, and then the technical animator adds joint points to like the arms and so on, right? And then you can move and kind of connects the model to the joints, right? And then the person that animates his joints moving. That's how you get like an animated movie, whatever, right? A 3D CGI movie. And so it's very easy to make like an ugly 3D artist model. Yeah, that's easy, right? It's much more work to make like the joint moving and so on. So I guess in that anime, Crunchyroll original, they just like, oh, that's too much work. Yeah, let's just make the 3D models like 1 day's work, and then we just kind of spin them around and rotate them in Unity or whatever. And of course, then we have High Guardian Spies that appeared is a thing. That's an interesting side story, right? That obviously I'm gonna review that anime when it finds come out. Not too much here, but obviously High Guardian Spies is like looks like the worst thing ever. And but it's interesting because it was basically dead for 2 years. Like no one talked about it. They had this amazingly bad trailer. So into the topic too much. But the problem with that trailer, I think, no matter what side you're left to right, top or down, whatever, right, whatever you are, you know, it doesn't matter. That trailer, logically speaking, right, objectively speaking, is a horrible trailer because people can say, oh, you just hate, you know, you just don't like women or whatever. No, the point is that ignoring all of that political drama, right, left, right, you know what I'm talking about. If you've seen the video, you probably know what has much, but yeah. The problem with that trailer, again, the Crunchyroll, and the same thing in the second trailer too, right, is that they're not talking about the anime. So it's objectively a bad trailer. It's just a trailer about like interviewing the developers, right? Yeah, interviewing the artists. But like, what is the anime about? Oh, it's about girls at like a school or something. Yeah, what is it about? Oh, it's about here I am this artist. Like this is a horrible trailer, right? Like it's just even if you're very PC, right, and you love that stuff and so on, right, and you know I love animes like Little Witch Academia, and so the anime looks very similar to Witch Academia. So it doesn't have to be a bad anime, right? But that trailer is just bad, yeah, because they're not talking about the anime. But anyway, then everyone hated that trailer, right? For good reasons, for many reasons. But I think that's objectively like a factual issue. That trailer, like for example, I'm working on a game. So 2 years ago, it's released now. Yeah, 2 years ago. Yeah, still 2.5 years ago. And we did one trailer for that game, and obviously I was against the trailer. I was like, this is crap trailer. We did one trailer for that game, or maybe we did many, but I mean one of the biggest trailers we did. And it was like this really weird, like, this is the launch trailer, and then the COO, Chief Officer, yeah, and the artist guys, they just kind of like put all the character and animated them and so on, and this kind of movement thing. They didn't show any gameplay, and they put all the characters in these like weird angle things that have, like, it doesn't even look similar to the game whatsoever. Like, you know, it's a strategy game, but the trailer made it look like a hero shooter, kind of like an Overwatch thing or something. It was very weird, it was very strange. And every comment on YouTube for that video, for the trailer, was like, what is the genre? I don't understand what the game is. That was a horrible trailer. So, you know, I've been there myself. Obviously, it was my fault because I kept complaining the trailer was horrible before it was released. And I was dead right because everyone hated the trailer. But it's what I mean, right? Sometimes you see trailers and you're like, yeah, High Garden Spy, that's objectively, it's a horrible trailer because it doesn't tell the person what the anime is about, right? Or anime, but you know what I mean, the cartoon, what it's about. So that's a bad, even if you enjoy that kind of, let's call it left then, but yeah, whatever, even if you enjoy that, that trailer doesn't tell you anything about the actual content. It just tells you that these people are making it, right? So that's a bad trailer. But anyway, then the Crunchyroll just last week, I think, actually did release another trailer from that anime that is showing a lot more after like 2 or 3 years of complete silence. So that's coming out. But anyway, here we are with Fena, and I have to say though that it obviously is a connection here in the sense that this is also like purely, you know, it's Straw Hat, but they're all girls. You know, you have to say there is a pattern there. Yeah, there's a pattern definitely. Another anime with from the Crunchyroll with only females. Yeah, there's a pattern. But this though is not from Production IG. Of course, Production IG is a very good company. They've done a lot of good animes, right? They've done obviously mostly sport animes, Hayaku, Ballroom, Round the Wind, so on. Really good sport animes. So this has a lot better production, right? Than for example, Get Harder Spice to have some random American people. And again, that's the video in itself, longer video, but I think it's kind of funny that, I mean, if I would say, yeah, of course people are ridiculously silly. Because they're like, no one has ever been this good at animation or something. And you're like, what? It doesn't even look that good. Yeah, like, and clearly that High Garden Spice looks pretty crap. And they're like, we are the best. Like, they have that kind of thing going too. They're very smug, right? And they're like, have you seen Japanese animes then? They look way better than this. But obviously I look for a lot today. This anime though, has a very weird release time. It's coming today, right? 2 episodes. Like some Adult Swim, Crunchyroll thing coming today here. And then I've read it's still gonna air, I think, in Japan like next month or something. Or it doesn't make any sense. Probably like 2 months from now, like next season. So maybe... So I don't know when episode 3... But I want to check here. I realized that now. I wonder if episode 3 is coming next week or whatever. Or, you know, is that then coming in... It still says episode 3 is gonna come next week. But I think the anime is gonna air in Japan in like October or something, so it sounds very... The whole thing is kind of strange from that sense. It's also following the seasonal thing at all, and then they're gonna like, I guess, air it on Crunchyroll first, and then do the TV every late something. So it's very weird. All of that is kind of strange. But I don't know. I completely ranted about Crunchyroll, but it's true though. I mean, they... Like basically every anime they've done so far has been bad. Let's just be honest here, yeah. Either they do some, and I joke about this thing, right, with X-Arm, but it really feels like a Myrmonden laundry thing. We're so, man, I could talk about it for a long time, but what's his name now again? Usain Bolt, not Usain Bolt, but what is his name? Something similar. I don't remember, but whatever. It's a German movie director that have made all of these like really horrible game movies, right? And that's his some kind of money laundering tax theft. Yeah, like literally, like he gets so much money right from the state. There's something really weird with that. Like he makes so much money from the German state, I believe. Like they give him, you know, some tax cuts and so on, but they also give him like money, you know, to the cultural produce movies, right? And then he makes these like horrible game movies, right? For like a movie based on different video games with like no budget, and they're all horrible. I think he makes money doing that just purely because like the state gives him more money than he uses, and also people like money laundering or something. It's something really weird, like, you know, some corrupt people are giving him money and then he can like use that. And it's very, very strange. It's very, very strange. And many of those movies are probably done then in some weird schemes, right, to make money, either by the tax cuts, tax favors, and also helping corrupt company and so on, yeah. And when you see something like Exxon with Crunchyroll, you do think, is this like a money laundering scheme? You do wonder if, like, hey, did they actually do this thing on purpose really bad, like super cheap, so they can, like, you know, it is so strange. So, anyway, long intro, but it definitely gives me a little bit like, okay, let's watch this anime, but, you know, you're always wondering. No pressure on LG again, it's a very good company, but you definitely think that, you know, you expect this thing to immediately be some kind of weird, either incredibly progressive, right? Or it's like, wait, is this like, what's the budget here, like $1? Like, yeah, you kind of, let's watch it. I mean, let's see. Maybe it's amazing. Again, pressure to be a good one. So 3, 2, 1, and go. But I truly have zero hopes, though. Yeah, I have absolutely zero hopes. I wonder if they're gonna try to copy One Piece or something. Obviously, they know that One Piece is, you know, super famous and all this stuff, right? So I wonder if they have some. What I don't know though is like, is it Crunchyroll being the order? And also for that matter, this is not a video as well, but Crunchyroll now being bought by Sony is horrible, obviously. Funimation, Crunchyroll, Monopoly is horrible. Yeah, this is. But that's go without saying, man. Okay, so yeah, I guess her parents got killed here. Immediate. Yukimaru! I guess this is Japan or something, yeah. They're like, no! Yeah, she gets pushed away. It's like the Phantom start. Yeah, maybe she turn into the Phantom. That would be cool. Why can't I ever get an anime with the Phantom? Freaking amazing comic book character. The first heroic comic book character, right? Yeah, original, you know, comic book character. And his parents got killed by the pirates and he becomes the Phantom. Oh my god, it's a good show. Amazing comic show. At least it looks really good. Yeah, this is the opposite of X-Arm. I mean, obviously, this looks actually, so far, yeah, there's great animation and so on. Reminds me of Castlevania, kind of how they give her face and so on. Her lips, I mean, yeah. But yeah, so here we go. Singing Princess Fena. Yeah, so far it looks really good, though, so. Opening. Yeah, the opposite of it's the opposite of X-Arm. I will give it that. Yeah, Production IG hasn't made some kind of like CGI horror nightmare show. Holy shit, that anime is so. It's probably the ugliest anime ever produced. X-Arm. Yeah, it's probably the worst anime ever done. From like an animation standpoint, not from the story point, not the story, right, but from like an animation standpoint. It's one scene too where they have like 2D and 3D guys at the same time. Oh, it's the worst. Now this is very different. But I guess they are in Japan still, like there are pirates in Japan or something, because there's a lot of like Japanese looking people. Maybe she's a pirate in, you know, East Asia, around in the Indonesia and something like that. And obviously that character's name was Yukimaru, so that's a very Japanese name, but she of course looks like something from, I don't know, you know, blonde girl with blue eyes kind of thing, like some Swedish girl, like she's supposed to be from. But I think they're like samurais. Yeah, I read it in some. You've seen that. There's a good opening here. There's a guy like with. So they're like samurai pirates. It's like a. Yeah, I don't know. Let's see. This is the first impression here, but there's a kind of like samurai people that go on to sea or something. So maybe something like that. Yeah, samurai pirates. Gonna have the whole samurai pizza cats. It's gonna be the ultimate, but okay. Samurai pirates. Oh, nice. Some pleasure ladies. Very good. And now the anime is gooder. Yeah, we go into London's. If you ever read a book about London's brothels, it's insane. Like, yeah, I immediately I'm like, oh shit, this is this time. No, but during kind of the, you know, the Renaissance, the pirate era, right in England, they had so many people working as prostitutes in England. It was like insane. Like the numbers of percentage of females selling their, you know, their bodies in like 18th century England was like, it's an absurd number. Like you take today, you know, it's like 1% less than that. That was like 20%. It's like, I don't remember exactly, but it's just an absurd number of. Every woman was like, well, this is how you make money these days. Yeah, that's the most common job ever. It's insane. Like it's for 200 years there. So yeah, it was really a lot of pleasure ladies during this pirate era in the Europe. So, but here we go, Fena, the princess. Yeah, she's very kitty, definitely. White. I mean, she's very white. She's very white. Having blue eyes, kind of platina blonde hair, white dress. Yeah, she's like the most white character ever. Like Snow White, kind of. Yeah, Yuki Mauro, of course, the samurai boy, Yuki. Oh yeah, she's obviously in love with Yuki Mauro. That seems to be pretty clear. But yeah, I guess she can get married. Forced marriage, probably. Could explain what she's gonna run away, maybe, right? She's gonna, like, be forced marriage. Here we go, yeah. Cunning plan to escape my marriage! Okay, here, see. This is what she escapes from. They're gonna get forced marriage. Here we go. Fena's strategy to escape. Yeah, 23 escape plans. Okay, so... Yes. Yeah, plan B. Okay, she has a lot of plans. This reminds me of Ruki and Bleach. Yeah. Here's all my plans, girl! I've done really good drawings of my strategies here. He's like, yeah. Okay, Naruhodo, I have more plans. What about plan C then? Yeah, it's like... You get no money. Damn it, poor princess. Like, I use my body, but then you have to use your body, which you don't want to do anyway. Damn it! Yeah, but then you have to use your body. It's a good comment here, but you don't want to use your body. So if you use your body, that kind of ruins the actual escape, right? Yeah, like if you have to pay with your body. Okay, but then I have a much better strategy. Not really, but but it's true that the rich get richer though. Generally, it's easier to make money if you have money because you can invest and so on. Yeah, definitely true, but not. Just a lot of schemes. Ooh, a witch whammy. Oh, I see. It's an aphrodisiac. Oh, I see. But then we get back to using her body for leverage. So. And I wonder, does this anime have magic powers? I don't know, it's like a historical drama, but maybe it has magic? Like, I'm just gonna drop it here, is the witch powers actually real? Or is it just an old lady, right? Yeah, who knows, because... This anime definitely could have magical powers. Some kind of, magical firefighting. Or it's just... Or it's gonna be like normal... Yeah, let's see. Nice. My dream to be a pirate girl, yeah, I'm gonna go out on the continent. But I guess this is Earth, so I wonder where she is, right? I wonder what country she's supposed to be in. They keep saying it's continents, so I guess it's kind of like a loose term here. It's like, she's somewhere at some island somewhere, yeah, like, it's not really like, but I guess it's Earth. At least the main character is likable. I say at least, but no, but I mean, this is one thing that immediately makes the anime good, because, yeah, it's a very likable main character, right? It's a very... Fena is a hoot, right? So, one of the most important thing I think for any anime is to have a likable main character, right? She has all this like, I have a plan D, girl, yeah, plan C, yeah, like that's fun, but has her, strategies. But I guess she was obviously found here on this island after she escaped the pirates with Yuki Mauro there, pushed her away on the boat there. That seems to be. I like the detail on the rust here on the window. It's a good detail. 10 years ago she was. And then the king adopted her or something, maybe? It feels like she was found and the king was like, what a pretty girl, she's my daughter now. Or something, right? Like, why is she... Oh, some guys running on the roof, definitely, yeah. So, I don't know, thieves, maybe some pirates? Oh, here we go, it's gonna be forced marriage! This reminds me visually from FF12, where she gets forced marriage at the beginning of 12, right? Then they could kill everyone in the game, but yeah, that is like a bloody marriage immediately. Ooh, look at that. Yeah, this anime is so dirty, man. You get used to it, yeah. This is like a Goblin Slayer thing. You get used to it. Yeah, he's a douchebag, horrible husband, he's gonna beat you up, but, you get used to it. Yeah, it's like, okay, so... Oh, ooh. This sounds bad, man. he got the extra room out there. The dirty extra room something. Oh yeah, the rules of plan, of course. Damn it! My strategies of escaping! Yeah, she was like, no, I wanted to jump. Yeah, her plan, of course, immediately fails. Plan 27 failed immediately. Immediately, I was like, ah, stomach ache! But he's basically forced to be a sex slave. Yeah, it's like, I can understand very much for his case. And obviously this guy is not some beautiful young prince. He's like a douchebag, some kind of, you know, rich douchebag guy that has a lot of, yeah. Exactly, this makes sense she wants to escape this guy. There's definitely a happy engagement here. But yeah, we have two guys running on the... Are you gonna rescue her, I guess? Something like her friends? Nice. You got the Pontus to land on him. Okay, that was brutal. If he kept to the next floor. Does he even know him? What? Maybe you could call him Ossan, but... Oh yeah, the old man's getting ready. The enemies are gonna have nice comedy here. The old man's getting ready. I guess definitely an Adult Swim. Is it more to that? Well, I guess it's like her old Salman and... Okay, so it's like her old people from... Oh man, that old man looks very different. Otto-san, he lost... This poor Otto, man, he looked so much better. Those 10 years was not good for him, man. He aged like 50 years those 10 years. Okay, so this is gonna be saved by her, I guess her father's men or something. Well, her plan was to not do anything after she was saved, yeah. All her plans was pointless because she was being rescued anyway. Yeah, why wouldn't she follow him? I don't know what she's wondering, what she's waiting for. Just run away, girl! Would you trust Otto-san? Your childhood retainer? Definitely has the more like it's definitely, it's made production like it, but you can really feel it is more on that American, you know, westernized cartoony style as well, right? It's a mixture of that. Like, look at his head bump and so on. Yeah, it definitely doesn't feel truly Japanese, so to speak. So I think it's clear that it has some effect on being for Adult Swim culture. It definitely is obvious that they have different art style and how they changing their So it's already smashing 3 waifus. So if this guy's like, I lost my other waifu. Well, I guess he's like, she's the right to be because she's the prettiest, or does he want to marry her because he knows she's a princess? Maybe get the power of her home country. I don't know. It's a good thing she has to run with her. Yeah, that's a good detail. She has to run with the wedding dress. Yeah, that was a good detail because it's obviously too long to run with. So. I really wonder where it's supposed to be though. If he said it's supposed to be in kind of English colonial island, like maybe the West Indies or something. Yeah, it's kind of like, I definitely wish they kind of made it more clear. They were like, oh, it's a continent, but I guess they're probably never gonna define this thing. They're probably always gonna be like, it's like some island somewhere with like the continent be big over there. I feel like not really. Yeah, it's like set in some kind of pirate colonial area, something somewhere. It's like, yeah. And I guess they don't have any... It's supposed to be humans, so to speak, right? No special powers. The witch was probably just a reference to an old crazy lady or whatever. Burn! It's all muscle! That's right, man! I get you, Otto. I got you, bro. I got you. Yeah, I love it. That belly is all muscles. But yeah, that guy really added some. I mean, he didn't have good. As I said earlier, the 10 years for him. Flashback. He his hair, the color, and he got really fat. So yeah, he. Okay, so someone shot him in the back, some arrows, probably some samurai ninja character. I don't know, but they clearly have some kind of. Look at that, yeah, some kind of crew members coming right. Oh, like a horns and everything. Ah, there she is. They clearly gonna be her party members, right? They clearly her crew. Yeah. They're clearly gonna pick up this like samurai pirate girls or whatever. Yeah, so this is clearly her coming crew, right? Her nakamas coming. Future party members, yeah. Okay, so this guy is really bad. Give her the map. I don't know. She needs to be intelligent. Okay, yeah, exactly. Give her the map. Give the woman the map. These guys are idiots. Yeah, like they seem to be really bad at following a map. Like these old people. we will never forget you. Yeah, that was great. I will take the left immediately. Yeah, that was good. Yeah, they didn't even care about it. It was like, ah, thank you. That was a great scene. Yeah, whatever, man, whatever. I wonder if she's gonna save Angie. Yeah, her like it's going through her plans. I see. It was plan 28, being saved by 2 old men. This hot blonde guy clearly has some kind of the navy guy, whatever he is. He's probably like a general or a navy guy, admiral, something. He's probably like an admiral, like, you know, rear admiral, you know. This guy's like, don't hurt a pretty lady, yeah. See, he's the hot bad guy. Clearly, this is the hot bad guy, yeah. Oh, that's so very pretty man. Immediately she falls in love with him. Immediately she's like, yeah, there we go. Immediately, oh, what a pretty man. Oh, Bishonen. But yeah, certainly he's some kind of probably an admiral or whatever, right? But he's a bad guy, most likely, right? Probably gonna try to capture Fena or something. But he's a hot bad guy though, so you know, he got that going for him. The poor old man, he got completely, yeah, they left him to die over there. Poor man. You think he's fine? Nah, he's problem. Salman? You know. Yeah, he was known as the onslaught guy. He used to fight a lot of time. Yeah, he's an amazing guy with a spear, so you know, he had the Yari thing there going for him. I love how this old man is like really like, oh, it's no problem. He can easily beat the problem. It's like really overselling them, grandpa. Yeah, they're. I love it. His strategy is to be faking having mental issues. Oh, where am I? I'm an old man. I'm lost. And this goes to the twins they mentioned. The samurai. They also got Yari. See, they are spear boys. So this is a Japanese spear called Yari. Right? They have the trident kind of thing going there. It's very classic, a soldier weapon in Japan to have this the Yari spear. So it's like one main spear thing, right? And it has 2 side things. Not like a trident. It's more like an angle, but it's yeah, it's a very common weapon in Japan during these days, right? I think it's probably the most common weapon for like soldiers. Obviously, the samurai used katanas, right? But like the commoner soldier, like the non-noble soldier, would often use this Yari weapon. So it's a very classic Japanese weapon during the 16th, 15th, 17th centuries, the Sengoku era especially, right, and so on in Japan, right? Who's this guy? Huh. Otto-san! Who are these? I guess the... Maybe Navy people, maybe? Some kind of elite guards? Maybe random bandits? No, it sounds like there was some... Well, they know who she is, though, yeah. White marginal. Let's kill her? Wait, what? Why would I want to kill her, though? Who are these guys? Yeah, this seems really... Maybe they're working for her family's other enemies? Yeah, this seems like completely offside people. They're like, they're gonna kill her. Who are these people working for? They can't be working for the the rich guy, right? But he's like also Smasher, yeah, or... And of course here comes the samurai pirates. Yeah, they're dead, man. It's probably gonna be Yukimaru, her dream, right? Her love interest. Man, this guy is really lethal. That's probably like Yukimaru, right? The red mask there. Ooh, I'm getting goosebumps. What a beautiful romantic rescue scene here. It's like blood and flowers flying. It's gonna be Yukimaru, of course. He has a red mask. Everyone had the black mask, right? But of course, her boyfriend has metal ringing in my ears of his katana there. Yeah. Could it be my love interest, my Yukimaru? A very pretty boy in. Ooh. I'm also getting good. It's a nice scene though. It's like, you know, the blood and the flower scene at the same time there. It has to be, of course, Yukimaru. Who else would it be? Come on, it's gonna be her love. Coming to save her after all these years. Again, right, he's the only one wearing a special designed... His Kabuto is red! Aka Kabuto! It's clearly him! Yeah. It's you! Yukimaru! She's like, those pretty eyes! Those pretty eyes has to be you! Yeah, all men are evil in this island. Seems to be like some kind of weird island, but... This is very clear that all these men are banned island, yeah, it's a kind of forced to be some sex slave basically, right? Yeah, like I like that she basically knows immediately that it's him. It's like, it's your eyes! I'm not stupid, you're the boy I'm in love with! Exactly, like you did before. So yeah, I like the main character is intelligent. She's like, oh, it's clearly you, Yukimaru. I know I'm right, yeah. I love you. Exactly. And he's like, no! Stupid girl, stop! Stop talking! You're gonna ruin my disguise! Woman, I'm trying my best here for some reason to hide my face from you. Oh, yeah. What would it be? Are you die? That was some good unit impression, yeah. Are you die? Yeah, so he has his... they look more like ninjas, but they are samurais. But yeah, he's like, oh, come on, woman. I'm into incognito mode. So yappy as ever. She doesn't change at all, I hate her. Maybe he never liked her. He immediately like, ah, she keeps talking forever. Super annoying. Is that... Yeah, okay, he's gonna have some flashback how she tried to seduce him and her kids there. Yeah, okay. Him hitting. No, she definitely knows it's him. That it's sticking to the head there. That is clearly her. She's like, no, Yukimaru! He always beat the crap out of me when we were kids. He's definitely him. There's no other way. Now she knows exactly that it's him. Okay, yeah, it's not even no ending. It's just like black text there. Oh, that was really good. That was really good. Obviously, I made this long intro about Crunchyroll and so on. But as I kept saying, that I had a lot more faith in production ID than I had in, you know, whatever poor people had to make XR or whatever. XR, I think, was a new studio. That's again why I think it's some kind of laundry thing, because it's like, man, this doesn't make any sense. No, this was really good. Let's be honest here. This was kawaii for sure. A lot of great details when he's running the skirt and so on. Obviously, when he hit her in the face with his stick was the best scene. It's you, my love interest, Yukimaru. I've been waiting my whole life for you. Yeah, and then he's like, bonk! Yeah, bonk to horny alien go. And he's bonks her. This bonk scene, he's like, God damn it, you stupid woman! You stop trying to seduce me. Yeah, like he's bonks her. He's like, God damn it, stop immediately. Don't go into this immediate. This is the best bonk scene ever in anime. Yeah, he's like, God damn it, you haven't changed at all. Super annoying, always trying to smash me, you know, super annoying girl. Stop trying to seduce me, girl. Yeah, super annoying. But I love that the flashback was him bonking her too when they were kids, right? So he's like, oh, it's definitely him. Like, so that just told her the answer, right? They made her, of course, know that, oh, it has to be Yukimaru. because he's bonking me. no other man would ever bonk me so much. So, yeah, like no other man would ever bonk me as he ever did. It was an amazing scene. But anyway, one thing I'm thinking about it definitely feels more westernized. I'm not saying it's not an anime, but I'm just saying like the way they're kind of doing his head injury and so on. This is kind of what I meant earlier, though. It definitely has an Adult Swim Crunchyroll take on it. It doesn't look like, like production that normally does it, right? It doesn't look Japanese. It looks more westernized. Some of the expression of her face, some of the body language the character were doing, that was a lot more like cartoonish in the how they were joking and so on. So definitely has... I mean, you can feel how this is an anime that is done by a Japanese anime company, right? And it was really good, so don't get me wrong. But it feels like it's done by them, but like the production owner is like an American, right? Yeah, they kind of like do this thing and this thing. Right? It feels like it's like you can definitely feel the Western influence on it. Certainly in a lot of scenes. But I think it was really great. Yeah, we're gonna watch up 2, but I'm gonna sort of you. I think it was really great. I really liked how the main character is intelligent, right? And she's a fun girl. And again, she's right, of course, to try to escape being basically odd, right? Yeah, like being forced to become someone's slave, basically, right? So, it makes perfect sense. She's trying to escape there. All the men truly are horrible to her and so on. Why wouldn't she escape, right? So it's not some bullshit thing that she's like... No, I mean, if she was being married to that hot blonde admiral guy, right, then it would be like, why doesn't she want to marry him? I'm not saying she should, just accept being forced to be married, forced marriage, but still, if that was the guy she was gonna marry, it would be a little bit like, okay, right, but now it's like, no, this guy's a sleazeball, like, he has some harem already going on, smashing 3 other ladies before her on the same day, like, he's obviously like a douchebag, so, like, you get it, she's trying to escape, you're like, yeah, I get it, and so on, absolutely. I was the biggest complaint, but I do wish they would rather, how to say it, I wish they did the world building more exactly though. Don't have to say like this is the year or whatever, but you know what I mean, like it's kind of like, it's like, oh, it's the pirate era, colonialism, something, West Indies maybe it's like something like that. Maybe it's also some kind of British, colonial part of like East Asia. It could be because they are obviously Japanese, so I would assume this is like the Spice Islands, or maybe this is in Hong Kong around that area with the British war. It could also be India, right? It could be it's more the Portuguese colony, but it has to be somewhere around Indonesia, I suppose, or the Philippines maybe. Taiwan, it could be one of these islands, right? Or maybe also in Japan, but it doesn't make any sense because like a British Australia, it could be, British colonial pen. Was it of course the prison island the British had? She could be in Australia. That actually would kind of be, that would, because the fact that they were British, right? The other people. That, for example, would be fitting if she was like stuck in some island outside of Australia or around that area. Something like that, and it would be kind of close to Japan, right? Or obviously same thing with Philippines or whatever. But and Hong Kong, of course, being British, it could be in that area of the Delta there outside of China. They'll be close to Japan, of course. But that's what I mean, right? I wish the anime was a little more exact on like, okay, this is the year or this is the century, and we kind of around this area. But I guess we're at some island in East Asia, right? And the continent, I guess, is like China. Talking about it, right? Like the main island, the main Asia. But anyway, for episode 2, so 3, 2, 1, and go. But it definitely is one of the better animes this season. Certainly. Very well anime details. Very pretty main character. Certainly. And I like the comedy. But as I mentioned earlier, I think a huge part here is that she's just a likable main character. Yeah, like I immediately I love the main character, and that's a huge part of an anime. For example, not to shit in the anime too much, right? But Tokyo Revengers, that anime is like the opposite, right? I think it's hilarious people always tell the anime, especially the main character, right? Because Takamichi is like the least likable main character I've ever seen, basically. Yeah, he's so dislikable. But the other characters, like Draken and Maki, they're very likable. So that anime is so weird because you're like, I kind of, I want to like that anime, right? Because I do like the Yankees, I like the other characters. But the main character is so incredibly dislikable. And so useless points, right? So you get like, wow, they really devalues the anime. Because it's so hard to care about the main character when he's just a horrible character. Yeah, like it's just, oh my god, so frustrating. And it's kind of like, I'm not thinking of an anime now where the main character is very likable, but nothing else is really good. But there are obviously a lot of animes, right, where you have a main character that's like Fena, likable main character, but really, really bad anime otherwise. And it still is like kind of watchable because you're like, well, I mean, the main character is likable. This is not what I mean here, but for example, One Outs. One Outs is an amazing anime. So I don't say it's a bad anime, I'm saying amazing anime. But the main character is a douchebag. He's a bad guy, yeah, to some extent, right? He's a douche, but because he's so likable, you kind of like that he's, you know, a douchebag. You kind of you accept him as a douchey main character because he's such a likable. Actually, Black Company this season, similar, yeah, with General Ninjama, yeah, he's like a very douchebag main character. He's a horrible person, but he's likable. He's a likable douchebag, right? So you kind of it works. It's very important having a likable main character. And so far, I think Fena is one of the best main characters this season. Yeah, she's a very likable main character, very cute girl, very fun. I love her. Like, look at my plants, look at my this thing, and so on. Her dialogue is good, so you know, good voice actor. Yeah, very, very likable main character. It really gives you. But yeah, this looks pretty stupid though. Like, we're gonna take a boat and. We escaped from the island, but now we're probably gonna die from starvation or something on this boat here. This is pretty... Yeah, we're safe now on this open sea here with one little boat of jolly, yeah. Yeah, this looks suicidal, but she's of course happy escaping the island, but... Yeah, after he bonked her. Yeah, go to horny woman! Yeah, he's like, bonk, stupid woman, always trying to get me. Yeah, I get Yukimaru, he's like, oh, here she goes again. I'm always trying to escape her thirst. And of course her dog also escaped. But wasn't the dog with Andy? Wait, how did the dog get here? Yeah, well, how did Brule get here? Brule-chan, yeah, it's meter powers. But how did he get here? Honestly, plot holes. No, but how did he get here? She got horny bonked. Yeah, that Yukimaru guy bonked me. Yeah, he's a red Kabuto, so Kabuto is the helmet they have in Japanese. Yeah, he bonked me! The ultimate bonk! He bonked me! I love translation, guys! That was a great translation. Literally, he bonked me. That was a great translation. They know what we want. He horny jail bonked me. The ultimate horny jail bonk. Yeah, he put me in horny jail with that bonk, man. He bonked me so hard it was. Okay, so now they're in Japan, I guess, because suddenly it's like a magical castle appears. So they suddenly maybe it's a magical island they're living on. Okay, yeah, there is magic in this anime because they have like a magical island they can move, probably. It sounds like Goblin Island is like Atlantis or something and is floating around, right? That's what it sounds like. Yeah, that's a Japanese island that can move. And yeah, think about this, people are probably magical. But last episode, I mean, it was like, is it magic? Maybe. Just hinted to it, but it wasn't really clear. But now it's like, okay, they have like an island, it's magical. So yeah, this anime definitely is not just humans. There's supernatural things going on here, that's for sure. I mean, certainly with an island, okay, there's like crystal things too, it looks really weird. But no, I guess the island is moving, right? It's one of those floating magical islands, certainly. Unless it's like... Okay, the Spanish Wars. Well, they seem to be British, so yeah, of course they have a lot of fighting in Spanish. So that's like, yeah, there's Admiral Drake then. Like, you know, there's Trafalgar and so on. There's a lot of piracy, you know, One Piece here. The Trafalgar Law, of course, is named after, you know, the battle at Trafalgar and so on, yeah, with the Spanish. So, I guess that's what is taking place. It would be later colonial empire then, if they're referring to that. It definitely, yeah, it would be in the later years of the Spanish versus the British Empire. Kind of where the Spanish were weaker. The Spanish used to be stronger, right? They controlled all of Europe, but they lost out to the British during the years there. Since the British got stronger with the colonial empire, and the Spanish mostly had the Habsburg Spanish people, actually Germans, but whatever. Yeah, so like, what's... Yeah, so I guess her family is some kind of British princess or whatever, right? Oh, yeah, it's definitely Uriah. Yeah, it's a Yi-san. It's the legendary old man voice. Yeah, it's a sensei old man voice. He's the old man voice. He's every goddamn old man ever. You know, Demon Slayer and so on. Yeah. Where's my horny boy? Okay. Actually, a much better question, but still, I wanna. Where's the hot boy? I like. But see, he's every old man ever in anime. It's like, I trained all these ninjas because I am this Ero Sennin. But he's really a typecasted old man. He's always, since he got famous as doing Uriah, right? He's doing every old sensei master ever, like, you know, saving slime, and he's the voice of old men, right? Yeah, he's the voice of seasoned veteran old men. Yeah, he's that voice, the master sensei guy, you know, grandpa voice. Okay, so it's a kind of legendary family lineage here. This is quite similar to the Phantom, seriously, the old comic book The Phantom. It's very similar, it has a lot of the Phantom, and it's the oldest comic book guy ever, yeah, a lot of tropes for the Phantom here. I mean, her backstory is basically the Phantom, right? Her father getting killed by a pass in front of her eyes, it's exactly how Phantom starts. Of course, not the most real storyline ever, but the whole, like, our family has been doing this thing and so on, yeah. So it's very much the Phantom, actually. So it gives her some kind of crystal thing. What is this, like a glass thing? Could be a key, perhaps, something? Open up some hidden Phantom cave or something, you know? Behind a waterfall? It looks like that thing has to be some way to open up a secret thing, right? Clearly it's a key. Yeah, this thing has to be a key, right? To her family's legacy or something. She's probably the only one that can use it, though. She's probably the only one that can utilize the thing. Some kind of magical DNA thing, right? I'm thinking key. Onsen episode suddenly? Oh my god. They are in Japan after all, kinda. We gotta have onsen. We gotta have some boobs. Very good anime, yeah. Like, basically it's Japan, so, you know, throw her in the onsen, take off her clothes. Very good anime. Now it's an anime, okay. Now it's more Japanese. Yeah, it went more Eastern. It went more Japanese, I felt. And suddenly the main character got naked. Yeah, it's like, oh, I see. Now we're Japanese. It wasn't a very long onsen part, but still. Yeah, it went a lot more Japanese with that stuff. That's good. No, but I mean, this is genuinely probably one of the best anime this season, right? From animation style, it's very beautiful. Ninja best friend girl! Here we go, finally! Look at that hips. Man, that's the red you. She's clearly the red you. Karin. Okay, man, this is... But yeah, Karin, of course, is a Japanese name. And a pretty typical Swedish name. Yeah, Karin. Pretty... She's obviously gonna be the cool best friend sidekick girl. I was so scared! Yeah, I love it! Like, you really listen to what I said. I was listening. I mean, it's she's gonna be like, yeah, one thing is obviously Aoyuki. She's gonna do the whole, like, you know, oh, Minaide! Can't wait for her to scream, Minaide! Oh, it has to be Aoyuki, right? You know, Spider Girl, Naked Cat Girl, you know, Diane, Slime Murderer, yeah. She's done a lot of voices. Yeah. Yuki-chan, a lot of voices. It's not in the media, like her, she was screaming. She's gonna be all like, Minaide! But yeah, Japanese bow, they're very big. Typical samurai Japanese bow. They are bigger than European bows. Her boyfriend, of course. Yukimaru. Probably. Right? Very pretty boy. Yeah, very attractive. It's Hanzo. He has some clothing. It was Japanese. He looks very much like Hanzo though. He has the same clothing. Look at my, Kyoto. Look at my Kyoto. I don't know why they're already pretty, but these Kyoto guys, like if you see the Kyoto anime, they're always very, very attractive there. They're always very attractive, these bow people, yeah. They like a special, yeah, like, but here we go. Why won't it fly? You have to have a lot of strength, right, to pull that kind of bow, because they're so much bigger than the European bow. It requires, I mean, they're usually bigger than like a long bow. Oh, here is a teacher. Oh, here we go. It's a very pretty boy. It's a teacher. Hanzo's gonna be all like, let me show you your highness. Yes. Yeah, it's all about the skill. So how you use it, not the size that matters. Yes. I like it though. I hope she... It would be cool if she becomes like an archer. It would be nice. She's gonna kill some people with her bow skills. Japanese bow skills. Yeah, it would be... Yeah, ooh. Look at that, yeah. He is like... That's why you need a pretty boy teacher. But yeah, I mean, I watched the correct review the bow anime, right? And they're all so pretty. But that's a very yaoi anime. They're all so attractive. In that, yeah, in the bow anime, they're all like pretty boys, you know. And the senses are very pretty. It's like the whole anime is very, very short and eye, very yaoi. Yeah, they're all incredibly attractive. You know, oh, it's just they're so attractive, all of them. Be sure in all of them. Oh, it's like a snack, yeah. Un bento, here we go. A rice ball. So he's a horrible chef, but he's a great archer or something. I don't know, I guess he's a horrible chef. That like he only has one skill, that's shooting arrows. So probably the twins there. That are super fast, yeah. Oh, she's pretty, yeah. Yeah, it has to be the twins, right? Yeah, yeah. That we saw earlier. Those boys that, yeah, twins, exactly. The twins. The Genki twins. Super Genki. Yeah, these are super annoying. I just call them 1 and 2. Yeah, they have no life purpose. Yeah, I hate them all. Hyperactive twins. It's a heart. Exactly. Heart is cute! Kawaii, right? Kawaii! Where's Yukimaru? Yeah, where's the bonk guy? Yukimaru! Where's the pretty boy? But yeah, there's a lot of good frames here. Honestly, the anime is very... I mean, it's very good anime. Like, the frames, the number of frames per like, you know, food throw. Yeah, it's very detailed, right? It's a lot of frames, so clearly very good animated. I mean, honest again, I keep saying it, but I'm not, you know, it's really good animated. Like this, how they. Pretty boy. Okay, well, it's like kind of magical island. So I guess they're stuck there. Well, how did they get there then? If they can't leave the island? Well, maybe someone took the humans. Maybe, I guess. Interesting. He's like, oh my god, he's so attractive. Yeah, he's pretty boy. He got bonker again. He's like, please don't bonk Yale me. Oh yeah, you were short like me back in the days, but now you're a real man. Say, this guy, man, is a freaking bonker. Stop being thirsty. Yeah, their relationship is horrible. He keeps bonking her. Bonk. He's like the bonk guy. That's how he knows, like, stop being so horny all the time, girl. I know I'm a pretty boy, yeah, stop bothering me with your thirst. Seems to really hate her, but he's just being Sundra. He's just being a pretty Sundra boy. Well, if he stopped bonking her, maybe her memory would be better. She's like, I can't remember. Maybe if you stop hitting me in the face, it would be better. He's like, bonk, bonk, bonk. Like, maybe it would ease out my memories if you could stop hitting me in the face all the time, man. Yeah. Poor old dad, man. But he's a very serious man. He's like, we gotta have duties, man. We gotta follow our dreams and say, you know, figure out what your dad died for and so on. He's very, very serious. But I think he probably liked her dad. He probably respected her father. He's like, your father was my idol. I feel he very much probably, you know, he probably idolized her father. Some be my guess, right? He was a man of, you know, resolve and powerful man, and he died to, you know, do this mission, right? So he probably really liked her father. Yeah, he probably was like, probably his role model as a kid, right? I would guess at least. Yeah, and he brought him with him and so on, right? So he probably wanted to really follow his. But I feel to me certain that this weird transparent glass stone thing is some kind of key, right, to some hidden thing, right? Open up the hidden door, whatever, and gets her father's. Well, it's not a katana, but ascon again. Wakisha, a taito. It's like a taito, whatever it's called. Like I can't remember the title. A short Japanese sword. Yeah, it's like a something like that. Tonta taito. That's a company. Tonta. My memory escapes me, but yeah, shorter. Not like Kodachi. Kodachis are like a ninja sword, shorter. Kodachi have a different tang. The tang on a Kodachi is like square usually. It's not like Kodachi. It's like a tanto, whatever you call it. Whoa! She's like, I'm a pirate girl now, man! Now she's all serious. This is when the girl gets serious. It's a very Mulan. Yeah. This is a time where the anime, where the female main character is a warrior. They cut their long hair, right, and then they become. And then they become resolved, right? This is very typical female character development when they cut their long hair to be a warrior. Yeah, this is the lady warrior hair. I had to say almost cliche though, honestly. When they cut their beautiful hair to become a warrior, to go on an adventure. Yeah, I need to turn into a pirate lady by cutting my hair, right? Can't have long hair and being a pirate woman. Yeah, Eden of course, it's episode 1. But Eden, of course, he's like a white guy from British Idol, so it would be, you know, the Bible, of course, Eden. Well, maybe this stone opens up some kind of Eden place, and you know, the Garden of Eden is of course a hidden location, and to open that door to the Garden of Eden, you probably need this white stone, right? That makes sense. I'm throwing it out there, but it's probably the key to opening the garden then. That's seems the most likely thing, right? Yeah, so he's gonna be like, you need to go on a pirate adventure, you need to become a pirate lady. You need to be a pirate princess. Yeah, here's your crew members. Bring them with you. You can have this super cute girl and the annoying twins, and you know, the very attractive boys, right? And the other boys are pretty hot too, though. Yeah, so it's your nakamas. It's like, this is your crew members now. Yes, they're clearly very beyond humanity. They're clearly stronger than humans. So, nice. He's gonna have a ship even. Here's the pirate time, girl. But yeah, she gets a bunch of samurais to go and be pirates with her. So it's a bit. They're not. Are they good at navigating? Or are they good? Who's her Nami? Probably the girl, of course, because she's intelligent. I mean, I guess the thing is, of course, our Yuka's character is the engineer and so on. She's probably very intelligent. She can probably be. Oh, there was a submarine? What? Yeah, Karin. I only designed it. Yeah, so she's probably the navigator because she's very intelligent, right? But yeah, but they look like a submarine, more right? So, yeah, this her screaming voice is like, shut up, you spiders! Yeah, that's her voice is over the same, man. She only has one voice, man. But what they have? So they're like samurai ninjas, pirates on a submarine, man. This is going to Deadpool storytelling, yeah. This is about when Deadpool gets a submarine. This is like, this feels so random. They're like, we have a submarine, guys. It was in the opening, the submarine, so I guess I should have guessed that, but yeah, so she has built a submarine because that's how you become a samurai ninja pirate. You're like, yeah, we got like a submarine thing going on here. I don't know how if they go fully submerged though. Might be like the moderator or whatever, right? That they can't go the monitor. Yeah, like they can't go fully submerged, perhaps. The monitor, I mean, yeah, the monitor. The first submarine. Actually, the gun head on it doesn't seem to rotate perfectly, so that would be worse than the monitor if you can't like have a 360 Yeah. Oh, it's nice. He likes it. Did you like it? You said I'm pretty? I'm pretty? What? Look at my way. You like me? You like me? Huh? Bonk. Go to horny ale, woman. Yeah, there we go. Go to horny ale. Yeah. Shut up, you crazy woman. Stop trying to seduce me. Yeah. I get it, man. He's like, stop trying to always seduce me, woman. Stop trying to always get me. Okay, here's a real ending. Yeah, because last ending was just like a black screen. Here we go. Now it's a real ending, actually. Yeah, episode 1 had the ending was just like, you know, the credits. So I skipped over it, right? Yeah, I'm sorry, but I was like, whatever, credits. No, but it was just black screen. But now this looks like a real ending here. I mean, obviously, really. See them walking here on the... So they're basically like ninja samurais from, yeah, a hidden magical Japanese island of sorts that they grew up on. So they aren't actually in Japan because... No, I mean, I guess they're ancestors from Japan, right? But they aren't like actually... They might not be close to Japan, I mean. This might still be in America or something then. Or in Europe, even. Whoa. Suddenly the ending was like a nuke. Suddenly they nuked him. Suddenly they went all Attack on Titan. He's nuked him. What? What? Yeah. Oh, she's very pretty, of course, in the ending. Very pretty, the white margin. A very pretty girl, definitely. I mean, he's obviously the love interest. He doesn't want to admit it, but he's obviously the love interest. They're standing here on this cliff together, smiling. He's obviously her aimed boyfriend, though. Yeah, that's unquestionably that. But yeah, Aoyuki, of course, is doing Karin. Like, there's no, like, immediately when I hear her speak, right, I'm like, oh yeah, it's immediately, but she's like, well, look at my inventions. I'm like, yeah, that is you know, that is my B90. Yeah, that is my freaking naked cat girl, right? Or, you know, the spider girl or whatever. Yeah, she does so many animes. It's so clearly her. And then obviously, as I mentioned, of course, we have, you know, Jiraiya-san, you know, Usaka, yeah, he's clearly the... yeah, he only does old wise man. He's the oh, you know, old seasonal man. Old veteran man, right? A beautiful old man. But this is like seriously perhaps the best animated season. Yeah, I feel I keep saying it now, but so obviously Karin is the coolest girl, you know, cool, smart girl, and she built kind of like a submarine, but it doesn't seem to be a fully submerged submarine. It's more like some kind of middle thing, like the monitor. Whatever they're called, ironclads, I guess. Yeah, ironclad ships or something in that, more like an ironclad, or perhaps Karin. It doesn't exactly show how the ship works, but it seems to be maybe like an ironclad, maybe like a full monitor version 360. It doesn't seem to have the 360 turret that the monitor has, which would make it worse than the monitor. And of course the monitor was first used, yeah, so the actual her design of the actual turret is really poor, it looks like, because the thing is that the monitor, right, that was introduced then in the American Civil War, right, so because, you know, the North is built by John Ericsson and invented this new kind of ironclad ship, right, they could fight the South's the American Virginia, right, they have this like iron shielded ship, right, like a frigate with like iron basically, and it was very hard to sink it, right, but then the North invented this with Ericsson invented this how I'll say it, like an ironclad, kind of the first half-ass submarine, right, and what it had was a 360 turret that could spin around, right, so it also looked kind of like this. There was a half-submerged submarine thing, but the actual turret could spin around. Then of course it was ironclad, so they couldn't sink it because they couldn't attack it, right? And that is a very important thing in history, because during that fight, right, that kind of just settled that, okay, we can't build this. Yeah, so during, basically, everyone, all the countries, right, heard about that fight, right, in the American Civil War, the France and the bit so on. They were like, we can't build these, you know, wood ships anymore, because those ships, like this new metal ship, right, we can't sink it, right, yeah, we can't sink the ship, so we need to build that stuff, we need to build these, like, you know, metal ships, right. So after that fight, that completely changed naval combat from being like, we have this stuff, and now we need to build, you know, the newer kind of submarine kind of metal ships, right, the kind of half submarine things, because they were so hard to sink, right, then kind of dead into the destroyer and the submarine and so on, right. But this ship here looks kind of like that, but given that it lacks of a good turret, it actually is pretty badly designed in that sense, because they won't be able to shoot with this thing. Because the issue with the ironclads is that they're very slow to turn compared to the modern ironclad, of course. But the thing is that back in the days, right, when you had the ships, right, they were very hard to turn them generally with the sails. But the earlier than ironclad, like kind of the metal, like kind of like Virginia, they were even harder to turn because they were so heavy, right, with the sails. So when they had then the 360, you know, switchable turret, right, that was so much better because you can actually, you know, you don't have to turn the ship, right. The ship can stay still, and they can just, you know, rotate the turrets, right. So that's like a huge thing to have on an iron ship, because you need to be able to, yeah, rotate it, right. So this ship looks like an iron ship, but it doesn't have like a rotating turret. This is actually going to be a huge disadvantage for them. I mean, obviously they're like magic or ninjas, but yeah, I was going to say that. Come on, Aoyuki, you should have made like a freaking you know, yeah, removable turret kind of thing. Can you rotate your turret? Otherwise, it's gonna be hard to freaking fight, man. Because it's gonna be really hard to turn that ship. So they're gonna have a really hard time having naval battles because they're not gonna be able to. And actually, it has like no cannons whatsoever. So I guess they're just relying on being super ninjas, I guess. But because that ship can't fight, man, it's gonna be really hard to fight with that ship. Whatever. I'm just gonna say it. I just got into my. I was like, man, that's gonna be way better. I would never beat the tip of that. That's horrible engineering. But anyway, yeah, the main character is really likable. She's a hoot, right? Really good strength here of the anime that the main character is so likable. Probably the best girl of the season. Really good main character. I'm thinking of other animes with female main characters. Yeah, Siesta, I guess, died, but Siesta is really good too, but of course, Detective is really weird in that sense. Probably the best main female character this season. Going through, I mean, it depends. Kobayashi Toru is kind of fun too, I guess. Very much, yeah. Compared to that, I suppose. No, but seriously, right? Really good female main character. I would say that my favorite anime of the season is Ida-ten, though. Yeah, Ida-ten is my favorite anime. I will say that. But this anime is probably better than Ida-ten in the sense that it depends on what you want, right? So Ida-ten, I really love that, but Ida-ten, of course, you have to laugh at all the R jokes and the rofies, and yeah, Ida-ten is like, oh, I turned off your clothes and then I, mentally broke her, and yeah, like that anime I think is really amazing, but it's not for everyone, right? I think it's very fair to say that on my personal note, do I like Ida-ten more, episode 1 and 2 in this anime? Yeah, definitely, yeah, strongly. But of course, Ida-ten has like a pow R scene in episode 1, yeah. So like, wow, yeah, it's really crazy, right? And really is awesome and so on. So I like that more personally. But this anime I probably would recommend to my mom, right? Yeah, yeah, but I can't recommend that anime to my mom. This anime is probably a better just general anime that speaks to a broader audience, right? Has a very strong female lead. And the jokes are great, and the animation is amazing. So I would probably say this is a better general anime, honestly. Like, Ida-ten again is a really good anime, but it certainly is a very, yeah, you know what I mean. Everyone, you know what I mean. Ida-ten is a very special anime. You have to have a certain kind of, personality to be able to watch it. Yeah, not for the faint-hearted. Yeah, but generally though, this was probably one of the two best episode 1 and 2 this season. It's definitely up there for me in Ida-ten in AOTS. So I'm gonna, the really good main character. The BONK scene was the best in the course where he's like, go to horny Yale woman, stop trying to seduce me. Stupid main character, always being so thirsty. Animation was amazing. We have to see what they do in the fights later though, but what we saw was really good. All the characters are likable. I like the Yukimaro, I like the twins. Obviously, anyone our Yuki is gonna voice is likable, so that's going for her. I have to say, my biggest complaint would be that she cut her hair though, because it really comes like a super cliche scene. Yeah, I would also say this is probably the worst part of the anime, because this is so cliche. I mean, this is so overdone, man. Like the main character is like, yes, I'm gonna be a pirate captain leader with my samurai ninja guys, so I'm just gonna cut my hair, and now I'm a pirate girl. It's like, do they always have to do this thing, you know? Yeah, like, it's like a very strong female main character. She's, empowered female character. And then she give her this very, very cliche thing. This feels like, I'm Mulan, I'm gonna cut my hair. Yeah, it feels like this is done to death. So I would say easily this is my biggest complaint, absolutely, genuinely, that she cut her hair. Like, it's just so cliche, It's like the whole, like, for example, Mulan. I love Mulan, though. That's a very good, it's one of my favorite Disney movies, right? The live action is terrible, it's a horrible movie, but the classic Mulan, of course, strong female character, gets into the armor and so on. She cuts her hair, yeah, it's a very, very classic scene, right? Where the female character has to pretend to be a boy, gets the long hair and so on. Of course, people made fun of that because actually a lot of men had long hair back in those days, so it actually doesn't make any sense, historically speaking. And that is very correct, it doesn't make any sense, historically speaking, right, to cut her hair. But at least they had a classic, empowered female scene and, losing her hair to, become stronger and all that stuff, right? And this anime, you just did it, yeah, just off-screen cut her hair. I mean, I guess I prefer this than I did it off-screen. They were kind of like, they won't even bother doing the whole, yeah, they won't even bother doing that shit. So, I guess, but at the same time, kind of same as Mulan, most of her crew members have long hair. Like, the boys have long hair, so I don't see why she felt like I need to have short hair to be a badass female warrior, where her crew members are all like pretty boys with long hair. Not all of them, but you know what I mean? Like, Yukimaru has like long hair. So I don't know. Like, I don't know why she did it. It just felt cliche that she's like, I have to cut off my hair. Now I can be a pirate lady, right? And then the men have like long hair, so they're like, why do you cut your hair for? He liked it though, but still, it's like, it felt there was no requirement to have short hair to be a pirate in this anime, because most of them have long hair, right? Like, it was no like. Yeah, it doesn't really compute whatsoever. But that's what I mean, though. The anime is really good, but it has this Western nuance to it, right? And that felt very Western. They're like, we're gonna have to cut your hair off. Like, why? Oh, it's like typical female empowerment, And it's like, yeah, but all her men have like long hair. Oh, you cut it off. It's gonna be a great scene. She's like, I'm a serious lady now or something. It's gonna be a great character development scene or something. And it feels like the anime studio was like, yeah, whatever, like, you do it off screen. Yeah. So I kind of like how they were like, they were like, okay, fine, we're gonna do that, but we don't take it that seriously. We're doing it, but not that much, right? They were like, yeah, okay, like, it happened off screen, okay, fine, she's a warrior now, yeah. But really good episode 1 and 2, really good. Seriously. Fantastic animation, all the art when they were moving, the jokes were really good. But I think, my strongest point that I keep iterating point out is that I really like the main character. Yeah, it's a very likable female main character, very strong female lead, right? So that's like amazing, really. Like, it's just really fun and great voice acting and just. All the jokes hit for me, yeah. They weren't like amazingly funny, but I felt that every joke, most slapstick, but I felt that every joke was just funny, yeah. Like every joke made me either laugh loud or smirk, right? It was like not a single bad joke. It was like, but that being said, it wasn't like the best comedy ever, right? No, definitely not. But it was like an action, action drama, scene, right? I think just every joke really made sense. But that being said, it definitely felt more distant, right? It felt more westernized. The jokes are more in that like Disney kind of whatever, yeah, definitely. So definitely very enjoyable, but I'm not like crying laughter. It's not like Konosuba whatever, yeah. So the jokes are definitely good though, but it felt very tight, right? The action was good, the pacing was very good, the jokes were very good. So I mean everything was like 9 out of 10. I won't say it's the best anime ever, definitely not, but I think that it's like everything was just very tight. It was like good. Nothing was bad, nothing felt wasted, right? So I think that it's like when the stats are like 9 out of 10 and everything, yeah. 9 out of 10 and everything. It's just a really good anime. Like, it's amazingly just like how they... Yeah, again, everything just felt like it really fit right. Everything from pacing to action to this thing. So, yeah, I can't say it more right. I think it's probably one of the best anime this year, seriously. Cool, only 2 episodes. We gotta see more of it. But yeah, really good anime. Best BONK scene ever. Best female main character post. Really good. Anyway, see you guys in about an hour now with, of course, Detectives Are Dead and, of course, Botchan.